So guys, welcome back to Sports Corner GH. My name is Adam. Before we begin today's video, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever wondered or imagined how the Black Star squad is going to be in the future? Let's say 5 years from now. Now that you're thinking about it, in today's video, I'm going to mention the name of 10 young players who I believe are the future of the Black Stars. Now, these 10 players, I believe that they need to be incorporated or be given call-ups to the Black Stars so that we can ensure a smooth transition from the old to the new. If you go to Spain, they are doing it with Lamine Yamal, with Kubasi, with Nico Williams. These young players get game minutes in their national team they are playing in. If you come to England, Kobe Mainoo, we all saw it. He had his first call-up to England. The next game he's playing. Even the following game, he even started for England. But in Ghana here, if you are young, they bench you and they play so-called senior players, which shouldn't be the case. Now, football is evolving, and the names I'm going to mention, these 10 players, I believe that it's high time we start introducing them to the Black Stars. So guys, you can join in the convo. If there's any player I don't mention in the top 10, make sure to name that player in the comments. Also, like this video and subscribe to the channel. Quickly, let's jump into it. And I want to begin with the first player, and I'm going to start with Jerry Efriye. Now, Jerry Efriye is 17 years of age, so he's going to turn 18 in November this year. Jerry Efriye was part of the Black Starlets team that played in the All-African Games and won gold. And he scored the winning goal for Ghana in the finals. In fact, after the whole tournament ended, he was crowned the highest goal scorer. And you and I would agree that this player has the capability to take on the baton as the next Black Star striker. After playing in front of thousands of Ghanaians, he has auditioned in front of us, and you have seen what this player can do. In fact, Kamar J even vouched for this player and said this player is one for the future. If you look at his technique and the way this player played for the Black Satellite team during the All-African Games, people were equating him to Kamar J and his movement, his speed, his eye for goal, how clinical he is. And I believe that Jerry Efriye, looking at how young he is, we need to follow his development, and he will be one of the great players for Black Stars in the future. Let's say 3 to 5 years from now. Now, moving away from Jerry Efriye, the next player would be Abdul Fattah Ishahaku. See, the less said, the better. This player just won the championship with Leicester City, playing in England for the first time. This season so far, he has given 13 assists and scored 7 goals for Leicester City. Goal contribution is 20. And currently, he is going to play in the English Premier League. How many young players can boast of that? How many young players currently can boast of that in the Black Star squad or in Ghana here? It's only Abdul Fattah Ishahaku. And I say currently he could be our best player playing in England or playing in Europe, because currently he's giving you numbers, both goals and also assists. But Abdul Fattah Ishahaku normally is on standby list when it comes to Black Stars for whatsoever reason, I don't know. Also, when it comes to the Black Stars, he's not usually started in games. He comes in the second half. So I believe that it's high time we start introducing Abdul Fattah Ishahaku to the Black Stars, which I believe has already been done. But then let's give him more room, more responsibility, because I believe that the new school of Black Star players, Abdul Fattah Ishahaku, will be their leader. Now, moving away from that, the next player or the third player would be Ibrahim Osman, who just earned his first call-up to the Black Stars during the international break. He didn't really get a lot of game minutes, but I just believe that this player has the capabilities of being one of the great players in that Black Star squad. Currently, for Northern, he's doing so well. He was a winger turned number 9. After the international break, he started playing as a number 9. And even at that role in Northern, he's giving you goals, he's giving you assists. And next season, we will see him wearing the Brighton and Hove Albion jersey. And this means that another young player in the EPL from Ghana here, which is good news in my opinion. That means we'll get players who would learn more, who would be experienced, who would, have vast knowledge about football and the way it's evolving in Europe, and then they can incorporate it whenever they wear the Ghana national team jersey. So Ibrahim Osman, I believe, is one for the future, a very, very young player. The next player would be Forson Amankwa, who is 21 years of age, currently playing at Red Bull Salzburg. He also earned his first call-up to the Black Stars during the international break. And when he played, everyone was like, wow, if we need a midfield creativity, a midfield maestro other than Majid Ashimeru or Daniel Kofi, and number 8 who is going to give you that creativity in the middle there. Fosin Amankwa counts as an option, as a candidate who can compete with other players in the Black Star squad. After playing 2 games, I mean, Otto Addo came out to say that the player has a lot to offer to the Black Stars, and I will be hoping to see him gain more, call-ups to the Black Stars so that we can help his adaptation period. We can see his development. I believe that you and I have seen this player play in Europe, play for Salzburg. He's a good player. He's very young. There's more room for improvement, and I believe that if we are able to do our things right, we can get this boy for the future. So, Fosin Amankwa would be my 4th player. The 5th player would be Ernest Nuama. Ernest Nuama is 20 years of age and currently plays for Lyon. Now, when Ernest Nuama was at Lyon at the beginning of the season, people were like, I mean, he's not performing well. He's this, he's that. He had a bad start at Lyon. I think the whole team actually started very bad this season. But then getting to the close of the season, we are picking up the pieces. Ernest Nuama is doing well. He's scoring goals when it matters the most. He's giving you good output. His dribbles and everything, his speed, his pace, his 1v1 situation is so good. So when we were playing the AFCON and he was part of our squad and he wasn't being used by Coach Chris Hughton, I was worried because this player played less than 20 minutes during the AFCON. When you need a player to come off the bench and do the job for you, it is Ernest Nuama you call. So not seeing him play, and then they are playing so-called senior players. I mean, I was quite surprised not seeing him get a lot of game minutes during the AFCON. But I believe that just like Abdul Fattah Ishaku, Ernest Nuama would also be the leader of the new school. Yes, Ernest Nuama would be the leader of the new school. In the next 3 to 5 years, we could see him take, huge responsibility within the Black Star squad, because you only see a few players go straight into the Black Star squad and start performing right away. Only a few players can do that, and at a very young age, 20 years of age. And Ernest Nuama, I tell you, any day, if you tell me to pick a player to start for the Black Stars, I'll pick Ernest Nuama ahead of a lot of players in the Black Star squad. Now, the next player I'm going to mention in this list, who would be the future for the Black Stars, would be Abdul Aziz Yakubu of Dreams FC. This player is just 18 years of age. How many players who are 18 years of age can boast of playing the CAF Confederation Cup and also reaching the semi-finals? He was also part of the Black Satellite team that won gold at the All-African Games. This player is an attacking midfielder who has really wowed Ghanaians and has really wowed the whole world with his performance during the CAF Confederation Cup. Looking at the way he's young and the way he's performing with Dreams FC, imagine him with an European team, a team that has, good players, good facilities, good, coaches. Just imagine this player. He's at Dreams FC and he's doing like this, putting up these numbers. Imagine him with a lot of facility to assist and aid him. He's going to do more. So I believe that Abdul Aziz Yakubu, let's stop the tag that we normally put on players that play in the Ghana Premier League, that whenever they enter into the Black Stars, they don't get the playing time because they're playing Ghana Premier League. Because this player, if I'm not lying, can really give you more outputs than a lot of players we have called within the years. You get me? So the likes of a friend is saying the player who plays in Bundesliga too, runs for the back and is Dolphin like this. I mean, he's young, but Abdulaziz Yakubu definitely put him in the same role and he will give you numbers. So guys, the 6th player would be Abdul Aziz Yakubu. The 7th player would be Nathaniel J, a centre-back who currently plays for Lorient in the French League 1. This player was part of the Black Meteors team that played in the Under-23 AFCON in Morocco. A very good player. He has rose through the ranks, and I believe that if you want a leader kind of a player, or a player that has leadership skills, it's definitely Nathaniel J, a player who is currently playing at the highest level. A defender is definitely Nathaniel J, because this player is currently 20 years of age, playing in the French League 1. He has played against the likes of Mbappe in the French League 1. He has played against the likes of Osman Dembele, against Bakola in the French League 1, and a lot of strikers at this young age. So I mean, bringing him into the Black Star squad, looking at the injuries we usually get in the Black Star squad. Salisu today is injured. Amate today is injured. The possibility of Amate retiring very soon is high. We need to start bringing in young players so that their transition would be very easy when they are fully ready to take on the job as a Black Star player. Now, the 8th player would be Mohamed F. Now, Mohamed F, we have been mentioning this player's name quite a lot during these few weeks. And this player currently is on loan at Randers from Stonegrass. Now, this player is doing so well as a loanee at Randers. Now, the first game he played for Randers, he scored 3 goals. He scored a hat-trick. The second game, he scored a brace, 2 goals. The third game, he scored a goal. The fourth game, he scored it. Hey, like this guy scored. Immediately, he had the opportunity to end some small game minutes with Randers. He started performing consistently. And currently, Randers cannot really bench the player because the first, few games and the first opportunities they gave him at Randers, he performed very well. And this player is currently 21 years of age. And I believe that, Mohamed F, if we need a player who is going to give us productivity, even before this player moved to Randers, I was already talking about him. Yeah, when he was at Stonegrass, he was performing there before even coming to Randers. Even Randers practice performing. I believe that he's on the right path. And I believe that these players are performing so well so that at least they get noticed. And then end up out to the Black Stars. And I believe these are our future. And we need to really, really protect these players. It's very important we really protect these players. Now, let's move on to the 9th player. So, the 9th player would be Ibram J, who is a DM and currently plays in the Italian Serie A with Cagliari. And I would rather hit my chest and boast on this player. You see, he's playing in the top league, and I believe he's better than Baba Idrisu. He's better than Elisha Owusu. Not to be this thing, he's better than them. 20 years of age, he's better than Edmond Naani. This player is better than him. Because this player, and you said, like of late, on Yakubu, he was playing regularly for Cagliari. And before even joining Cagliari, he was playing for LS Verona in the Italian Serie A. How many players at the age of 20 can boast of playing in the Italian Serie A? A very competitive league in Europe. I mean, we see the likes of Edmond Naani playing in Serbia, some place, but then they end call up to the Black Stars. We see players like Elisha Owusu, French League 2. And we don't really see these players, but then they keep on ending collapse to the Black Stars. Meanwhile, a 20-year-old Ibram J is not ending collapse to our junior national team. I mean, make it make sense. I believe if this player had his chance, but he will go and play for it. He was born here in Ghana, Sunyane. He was born in Sunyane. Ibram J. He was born in Sunyane. And we are not giving him a call-up. We are not even trying to approach him because he's not that popular. I mean, why are we doing this? Because I believe that these players are our future. In the next 4-5 years to come, we would see a lot of these players being, still in the Black Star squad, getting, game minutes and all that. The next player I'm going to talk about would be Kamar J's brother, who wore the jersey number 20 with the black satellite during the All-African Games. See, I'm not saying this because Kamar J is in the Black Star squad, but then I believe that looking at what that boy did during the All-African Games, he has given us a lot of, reasons why we need to, follow up on him, check up on him. He currently plays in Lyon Team B. Check up on this boy and see if we can develop. This boy has flair. Born at Danenau, like he dribbles very well. And he knows how to create chances. He knows how to draw defenders out. If you watch the All-African Games and looked at the way Sulemana played, that's Kamar J younger brother, you would say he runs in the family. And I feel like he's more efficient than his senior brother. Kamar J is a good dribbler. He's a good handler of the ball. But then his finishing is always a suspect. But then his younger brother, I think there's more room for improvement. And looking at the way he's playing, if he gets the right coaching and also learns very well and works on his finishing, he'll be a finished product. Because the guy played so well. He when he's playing, you could see he's a standout player in that black satellite team. And I believe going into the future, these are some of the players we need to incorporate. We need to give them call-ups. We need to make sure that, they're around the Black Stars to ensure slow transition from the old players. See, let's be very honest. In the next 3 or 4 years to come, the likes of Andre Ayew are going to retire from the Black Stars. Dennis Odoi retired from the Black Stars. Amake, they will retire from the Black Stars. Some players will not even gain call-ups to the Black Stars. Richard Ofori, gone. So we need to start bringing in players who we believe are the future of the Black Stars. Let them be around the Black Stars. That would even ease or closing the gap when it comes to the adaptation period. Because some players need to adapt. Others, they go in and start performing straight ahead. So I believe that it's high time. See, if you go to Spain, Lamine Yamal, Kubasi, Nico Williams, even though they are young, they get game minutes. They bet the older ones. Even the older ones do not get call-ups to the Spain national team. Look at Kobe Mainoo. Can you say if Kobe Mainoo was in Ghana here, he was going to start games? He's not going to start. You'll be surprised Kobe Mainoo will be benched and the likes of Elisha Owusu and Edmond Ado will be played ahead of him. We have seen it several times. Tariq Lamptey was with the Black Star squad during the World Cup. And then we're playing Ali Disib. When sometimes we felt like, this game, we should go ahead on and put in Tariq Lamptey. Tariq Lamptey in the Black Star squad, he's a second choice. He's a second. Even during the international break, he's a second choice. After Asamo. And meanwhile, Tariq Lamptey, they are the ones currently in the squad. And they are the ones going to hold the torch for these younger ones to come in. Tariq Lamptey, Mohamed Kudus, they are the ones currently in the Black Star squad now. And they are the ones going to hold the torch for these young ones to go in. You get my point. So guys, if there is any player who have not mentioned his name, let me know down below in the comments. Because in my own opinion, top 10 young footballers who would be the future of the Black Stars. And then I'm going to go through the list once more. Abdul Fattah Ishahaku, Ibrahim Osman, Jerry Free, Forsen Amankwa, Enes Miyama, Abdulaziz Yakubu, Nathaniel J, Mohamed Fusini, Ibrahim Suleimana, and Kamar J Suleimana's younger brother, who I have forgotten his name. Yes, he's also passed. There's Francis Abu today. Players there. What kind of Premier League like Jale squad D players more, especially Dreams FC like this. There are a lot of players there. Their goalkeeper, Solomon Agbesi, good player. If you go to the Black Satellite team, good players there. So guys, this is why I end today's video. Let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comments. Thanks for joining me. My name is Adam. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, we go vibe.